Carter here. I've got yet another experiment to share with you in this very experimental so far month. Because of the way I run things, having themed my show around the printed word, I can't really do a lot of the tropes that are common in this industry. I always draw my own visuals, even to augment the books that already have illustrations. I always do my own voices. And I never cut to a movie clip that illustrates my point in a wacky way. But I guess I could do that, I just find it really obnoxious. But most of all, because all of the way I do things takes up so much time, I never do a book I hate. For a very good reason, I don't want to spend that much time on something that I'm not enjoying. For all those many reasons, the irreverence content of The Hungry Reader is dangerously low. I can't make fun of a book I actually like. Oh, The Wizard of Oz, what a stupid book. That's lying. I can't make fun of my own voice or my own illustrations. Oh, that guy has a stupid voice. I sure hope he got fired. That's cheating. So, because I am so desperately in need of irreverence, we're gonna do a riff. Like an old sweet document, Georgia Constitution on my mind. The state of Georgia would like to take yet another tolerant few seconds to remind you jokers that yes, it has a Department of Education. Hoppy, the bunny who had no patience for credits.
Class, we all gathered around to hear a story.
You might say we sat right down and we heard a tale.
To hear it because about a little bunny.
How do I know that's true?
Once there was a little bunny.
He was right!
He lived in the woods, right here in this tree. His name was Hoppy.
Hoppy the Marvel Bunny.
My, what a beautiful morning, he said.
Jumping wildly to conclusions.
We all know that bunnies don't really talk, but it's
what?
fun to pretend.
So our story begins with a cruel betrayal.
Yes, it was a beautiful morning.
We all know it really wasn't, but it's fun to
Such a beautiful morning
pretend.
that Hoppy felt happy. From the tip of long ears
Figure 1.
to his funny wiggly nose.
Know your rabbit
right
features.
On down to his powder puff tail.
Wow, look at it go.
He was going to have fun today. So off he went to see what he could find, singing hop, hop, hop. I'm a funny little bunny, and it's so much fun to hop, hop,
Oh dear me.
hop through the woods all day.
It probably loses something
It
without a
was nice
classroom
to
of
have
kindergartners
such
chanting
strong
along.
legs for hopping. Then he saw his neighbor, Mr. Raccoon.
Resentful winner of Nintendo's Be More Like Mario contest.
Good morning, Mr. Raccoon, said Hoppy. Good morning to you, said Mr. Raccoon.
Spraying beetle grubs like a ditch witch.
Would you like to share my breakfast with me?
Why not? You just drooled enough of it
No,
on me.
thank you, said Hoppy. I'm busy. Busy doing what? I'm going to look for places I've never seen before.
That's your excuse?
You better be careful.
Mr. Raccoon, I
might
think you
get
just got
lost.
friend-zoned.
No, I won't, said Hoppy. Yes, you will. No, I won't.
Look, this isn't an
Well,
argument,
we'll
it's just a
see,
contradiction.
said Mr. Raccoon, and off he went.
Overbearing, micromanaging prick.
Hoppy hopped on through the woods. Then way up in an oak tree, he saw Mr. Owl.
How'd the rabbit climb the tree?
Of course, Mr. Owl was sleeping. Owls sleep during the day and hunt food during the night.
Always while wearing a graduation
Hoppy was
cap.
glad Mr. Owl was asleep. You see, sometimes owls aren't friendly to bunnies.
But they do share a hatred of honey-mooching
So
bears.
off Hoppy went.
He went all right. Damn! Oh.
Soon he came to his favorite little brook. Today it was laughing and splashing in the sunlight.
Brooks can't really laugh, but it's fun to pretend.
This is so good, thought Hoppy. It made him feel even happier than he had felt before on this beautiful morning.
His pleasure center
And
was
off he
reaching the
hopped,
meltdown stage.
singing, hop, 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 I'm a funny little bunny.
Isn't
and
there a
it's
second
so
verse?
much fun to hop,
Let's go to the...
hop,
Let's go to the...
hop through the woods all day. But then he stopped.
Stopped.
Do you know
Stopped.
what he had
He's
done?
a funny little
He
bunny.
had found a place he had never seen before.
The home of Io, goddess of the dawn.
He had hopped himself right out of the woods. Everything looked so strange.
Not a tree in
He
sight.
had never
Oh.
been out of the woods before. But he smelled something good and decided to hop through the fence and see what it was.
Oh, wait, is that why they call him Hoppy?
Now, Hoppy didn't know it, but he was going to visit a farm for the first
I am
time
so
in
late.
his
The
life.
boss is gonna kill me. Sorry, I'm late. There's a train
There was
crossing.
a garden on the farm. That's what smelled so good. The cabbage reminded Hoppy that he hadn't eaten breakfast yet, and he decided to eat some.
After blowing his nose on it.
Then he tasted the green carrot leaves. These are good, he said.
Mes compliments au chef.
Then he saw something that would finish his meal just right.
A nice Cuban
Fresh
cigar.
green beans. They were delicious.
These are good.
When he had finished eating, he decided to have a look around.
That's when he saw the scarecrow wearing clothes that he recognized from Peter Rabbit's last known photo.
My, he thought, this is a very interesting place.
Oh, look, my
I
castle
wonder what else
music
I'll find
box.
here. Hoppy wanted to run and play with the chickens.
Then he saw the eggs
But the
and got an
rooster
idea
said,
that changed
"No,
Easter
It
forever.
was time for the chickens to eat. The chickens invited Hoppy to eat with them.
Mom's bringing home
But he had
Popeyes.
already eaten breakfast, so he said, "No, thank you," and hopped away to see what else there was to see.
Later, McNugget buddies.
Soon Hoppy found another fence. What would he find inside?
A series of smaller fences. Fenceception!
That's what he found. But do you think they wanted to talk to Hoppy?
Why not? They're both symbols of Easter.
No,
Kinda.
they were too busy eating. Hoppy said to them, "If you eat too much, you'll get fat." The pigs just laughed.
Pig's getting fat!
One
That's
white pig
ludicrous!
said, "You silly bunny. Pigs are supposed to be fat."
Then we can give more milk? What are we
They're
here to do
not very
again?
friendly, thought Hoppy. All they want to do is eat.
Oh, come on. Judy Garland doesn't fall into the pen every day.
So he hopped off to see what else there was to see.
Hopefully, someone else he could provoke with his fat shaming.
And do you know what he saw? White bunnies inside a fence. Why, they look something like me, he thought, except I'm brown.
This can only end well.
One of the bunnies came over to say good morning to Hoppy.
And asked to see his employee
Good morning,
pass.
said Hoppy. Do you live behind the fence? Oh, yes. We live in these nice houses the farmer built for us.
Trickle-down economics are great if you're a
They are
rabbit.
nice, thought Hoppy. Nicer than his hole in the tree trunk. And look at the baby bunnies with their mother.
Oh, how young is too young, am I right?
They're trying to learn to eat the way big bunnies do.
Oh, I missed the grass.
Where do you get your food? Said Hoppy. Well, the farmer's children bring us good things to eat every day.
Or at least hot and ready if time is short.
No one brings me food, said Hoppy. I have to find it myself.
Of course, bunnies can't really pontificate on issues of liberty, but it's fun to
I
pretend.
like it here, said Hoppy. May I move in with you? Yes, you certainly may, said the white bunny. Oh, good, Hoppy said. Come out and let's play tag. Oh, no, the bunny said. We have to play here.
Where there's
We
clearly
can't
no
leave.
room to play tag.
Hoppy said, You mean if I lived here with you, I wouldn't be able to play with my friends in the woods anymore?
Like Mr. Owl,
That's
who
right, the
compacted
bunny
my
said.
mom into a pellet.
What was that? Oh, don't let
Hey,
that
hey,
bother
hey,
you.
watch the hair,
It's just
huh?
old
Watch the hair.
Rover, the white bunny said. The dog, said Hoppy. A dog chased me once and almost caught me.
I'm justified
no,
in
I'm sure
hating
I
them.
wouldn't like it here. I'm leaving.
Wait, did I lose my phone? Oh, good, there it is.
What do you think of that? Afraid of old Rover.
He must think he's Patrick
But
McGowan.
Hoppy was afraid. And he'd forgotten where he came in. Getting closer. The garden gate.
And Ray Davies' sister saying goodnight to her date.
Now Hoppy knew the way home. Finally, Hoppy was in the woods, and the dog was far away.
Lost and frightened as his grieving family frantically refreshed Craigslist.
When he came to the brook, he felt safe.
Base 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No jinx back, no black magic, secret lock and key.
Hoppy knew he was almost home when he saw Mr. Owl still sleeping in the oak tree.
He decided to save his Tootsie Pop related questions for later.
Mr. Raccoon said, "Well, did you find any place you'd never seen before?"
Like the deodorant
"Did I?"
aisle at the
said
grocery
Hoppy.
store, maybe?
"Come over to my house and I'll tell you all about it." Mr. Raccoon said he'd do that later. Hop, hop, hop.
I'm an
funny
unextinguishable
little bunny,
earworm.
and it's so much fun to hop, hop, hop through the woods all day. I've had such
Spotlight
a
on me.
wonderful time this
Spotlight.
morning, Hoppy said
Thank
to
you.
himself. But I
Spotlight
learned a
on
good
me.
lesson.
Thank you.
Visiting new places is fun, but there's nothing quite like being back home again.
1 hour of exercise followed by 8 hours of Monster Hunter try.
That story was fun, wasn't it? The children in our class enjoyed it.
Wait, who's speaking?
And
Are
now
you a
they've all
student?
drawn pictures of Hoppy. Pictures that show different parts of the story.
Maggie here drew the
What part of
denouement.
the story did you like best?
Did it involve DeForest
Wouldn't
Kelly
you
and
like to
Rory
tell-
Calhoun?
And wouldn't you like to draw some
Filler
pictures
Bunny! There he is in the preservation tank. Riff tracks. Some movies have... Oops, sorry, forgot. Didn't mean to.
Bunnies, am I right? You might have noticed there was something really missing from my riff. Other voices. When you're doing a riff, it just doesn't sound right to have just your own voice, does it? That's why this is not just my first riff, it's also an invitation. If you're like me and you like to set up complicated lights and camera and a sound boom and everything just so you can yell at a camera for a few minutes, well, maybe you're the right kind of person to riff along with me. So if you'd like to join me on my next riff, shoot me an email, let me know. And if you've already hosted these kind of parties before, well, I'm not doing anything. Let me know, huh? Thanks a lot for joining me for my riff of Hoppy the Bunny. And remember, sometimes it's hard to be so cute. Sometimes I just don't give a hoot. But then I give my whistle a toot. And I'm cute.